continues, as he already did in the past few Parshas, to review the Torah with the Jews before they go into the land of Israel. And one of the things he tells them about in this week's Parsha is the mitzvah of keeping kosher. We know that there's a lot of parts to keeping kosher, and some of them are not to mix milk and meat. How do we know if a fish is kosher? If it has fins and scales. And how do we know if an animal is kosher? If it chews its cuds and has split hooves. Let's go to Colorful Cook's Kitchen to make something connected to this message. Hello, and welcome to Colorful Cook's Kitchen. Today we're gonna actually be making one of my favorites. We are gonna be making a fish cupcake. That's because in this week's Parsha, Parshas Re'eh, one of the mitzvahs that Moshe reviews with the Jewish people before they go into the land of Israel is the mitzvah of kosher. And we know that for a fish to be kosher, it should have fins and scales. So we're gonna be making a fish. Let's get started. We're gonna be needing one cupcake, any color frosting, whatever color you want your fish to be. You're gonna get some chocolate lentils and a sour belt. Make sure it's not a sour stick because those are not gonna be thick enough. And one mini or regular chocolate chip, any size that you like. Let's start. We're gonna start as usual by just frosting our cupcake. And once your cupcake's frosted, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be laying a pattern of our chocolate lentils to be like the scale. And if possible, you're gonna try to lay it a little bit on top of the layer before that to make it look that style. I'm trying to switch off colors as much as possible, just to make it more fun. And our next step is gonna be to make the eye. So to do that, we're gonna use one white chocolate lentil and then your mini chocolate chip or your regular chocolate chip. You can use a black one. I just wanted to do blue because I found it more fun. And that's our eye. And then we want, of course, the mouth. We don't want to miss out on the mouth. So I'm just gonna make two going in like that. I don't like to draw it big, but that's okay. His big lips. And for the last part, we need to make sure our fish is kosher. So we're gonna get on its fins. To do that, you're just gonna make small pieces. We want two really small ones like that. So these are our fins. And then we're gonna want one that is bigger. Now, basically, we actually want like a zigzag shape. So I'm gonna just kind of scrunch it up if possible. Like this. And try and get it in there. Stick it under my scales. You know what, if it's hard for me, I'm gonna pinch it. Make sure it gets pinched, nice and pinched. And then try to stick it in there. And we're gonna do it with a second one. And there we've got our two fins. And of course, we're missing our tail. We want a tail in our fish. I really want to get like that diagonal shape, so I'm gonna do that by ripping apart some over there. And now I've got more of like a triangle shape. There we go. And there you have it. We've got our very own adorable fish. It's a kosher fish with fins and scales, and you can even eat it. And don't forget to make a bracha mizonos on your cupcake. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei minei mizono. Yum. I hope you enjoyed making this colorful cook. I had a blast. And let's head back to the studio. Welcome back to the studio. I hope you enjoyed that colorful cook, and I hope you remember how it connects to this week's Parsha. And now for the Torah message of the week. Oh, there we go. And we are up to week number 11. Last week we learned to love every single Jew because we all have an neshama from Hashem. And this week we're going to learn something new. It says, V'zeh kol ha'adam v'sochles briosav uvrias kol ha'olamos alyonim v'softonim lios lo dira zo b'tachtanim. In this, we learn that this world, Hashem made a place so we can turn it into a home for Hashem. And the way we can do this is by making everything we do into something holy. Like when we eat, we can make a bracha. When we are playing with our friends, we can have Avos Yisrael. And that's how we can make this place a home for Hashem. And now for the question of the week.
What makes a fish kosher?
I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to fill out the question, and I can't wait to see you next week.